everybody. My name is Ivan Anderson. I'm the person who invented Email Pro. I'm really excited about tonight's show. We're going to write some emails. We're going to talk about email. We have Jeff. Normally Jeff sits there and judges me. We're going to use that. It's going to be real good. But first, is there anybody here who feels like you a little bit don't understand what Email Pro is? Okay, all right. So Email Pro is a free thing where I send you emails and then it's your problem. That's it. You can unsubscribe at any time. That's it. It's like a free thing that you quit. That's what I invented. That's what Email Pro is. A little more precisely, it's like a newsletter. It's sort of like a parody of email that people get. And the way it started was after college, I realized I was using email to self-medicate. I would be having a millennial identity crisis or whatever, and I would deal with that by firing off a brief hostile email to my friends. This is the part where you're either gonna sort of know what I'm talking about or not, but that's basically what I started doing as a coping mechanism. I would send an email to my buddy Chris. They would always be short. I'm gonna read some examples. This is an email I wrote. The subject was, "What are you doing to stop childhood obesity?" And the email was, "Not enough." That was the whole email, and Chris never wrote back. But I continued to write him emails. Here's another one. Subject, "It's okay to drink hand sanitizer." Dear Chris, isn't it strange that all the shows on TV are acted out by one man? Sometimes I receive instructions from this man with no eyes. That was the entire email, and Chris didn't write back to that one either. Here's another one. Subject, important. Imagine a product called Lenny Kravitz Mezcal. The name is just nonsense words I made up, but it sounds achingly beautiful. At this point, Chris was like, okay, maybe you could send the emails to other people. You're gonna do this, maybe you could expand it so it's not just me receiving it torrentially all the time. So that's when it really started. He signed up some of his friends, they signed up friends of their friends, and it became this thing where at a certain point I was sending emails to hundreds of people I'd never met. And that's when it became Email Pro as we know it today. So here's an example of one of the weekly emails that everybody would get. Subject, focus on paninis. My dream is that someday I will invent panini sandwiches with the following names: Moulin Rouge, the Commedia dell'arte, Asbestos Deluxe, Seacrest Out, Mandatory, Uncontrollable Sobbing, Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. If the Marisol in vaccines does not cause autism, then why did the CDC advise all vaccine manufacturers to remove it in 1999? This panini comes with the mango chutney. So 25% of people unsubscribe from Email Pro. And there's an optional box when you unsubscribe where you can write why you're unsubscribing. And the day I sent the panini email, a guy unsubscribed, and in the box, for a reason why, all he wrote was anti-vax. Oh. And the reason I think that's funny is that you don't know if he thought that I was being real with the thimerosal and vaccines thing. And he thought I was anti-vax, and that was too bonkers for him. He unsubscribed because he was offended by me being anti-vax. It could have been that. Or he could have correctly understood that I was making fun of anti-vax people, and he was anti-vax. And he was saying that because he's anti-vax, he didn't want to get mocked by my emails anymore. It's impossible to know. What was he saying? Which side of that is he on? And that's a very, very good summary of the whole Email Pro vibe. It's just you cannot know who's on what side, where I'm coming from. Nothing can be known. that's kind of the message of all email, I think. If you've ever received an email, what that email really said was, nothing can ever be known. So, on that note, we're gonna switch to the second part of the show, which is where we write emails together. Thanks for being a part of this. This is where the shit really starts. All right, so, is there anyone in the audience who would like to volunteer someone that I would write an email to? Yes.
Michelle.
So just to be clear, I don't know who that is. And I don't know who you are, right? Or have we met before?
No, we haven't.
We haven't, right, okay. I don't know what's your name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, okay, thanks. All right, so Jennifer is total mystery to me, and Michelle is like another level deep mystery to me. So now this is basically what I do every day. I just fire out these emails. Oh, dear Michelle, thanks for getting in touch. Hi, Michelle. So her name is Michelle, right? It's not like a weird fake out email address?
Her name is Michelle.
Okay, hi, Michelle.
I'm checking to make sure it's the right email, too.
Oh, maybe don't check. We'll just go with it. Hi, Michelle. I'm so glad we got in touch today over email. As you know, we were connected by Jennifer. Is she gonna know if this is the right email address that you think it is? If it is the Michelle Waller you have in mind.
Michelle, yeah.
Okay. If it is that person, will she know that it's you?
Yeah.
Just by Jennifer?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Hi, Michelle. I'm so glad we got in touch over email. As you know, we were connected by Jennifer, whom I have never met. How did you meet Michelle?
7th grade.
7th grade.
First day.
Oh, wow.
Homeroom. Saw each other from across
I'm
the
so
room.
glad you met Jennifer on the first day of 7th grade. So are you guys friends, or is just the same chick you've been tormenting ever since the first day of 7th grade? It's just a long-term like torment project
Best
for you.
friends.
Best friends, all right. I'm so glad you met Jennifer on the first day of 7th grade. Did you, was that like, did she like replace your other best friend?
Yes.
Yes. Did you know who made this list? You replaced
Holly Lemons.
Holly Lemons?
That's
Right.
a real name. So
Yeah, I assumed. When you and Jennifer became best friends on the first day of school, you replaced Jennifer's previous best friend. And then we'll do this. What was the person's name?
Holly Lemons.
Holly Lemons. That sounds
It's
like a
one
made up
word.
name.
It's
That's okay.
okay.
Will she know who Holly Lemons is?
Yeah.
Oh, she's like notorious?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then did you stay friends with Holly Lemons, or that was the end of the whole
No, that was
friendship?
it. Yeah.
So it's not that she just went to like best friend to friend, it was like best friend to like
I
dead.
mean, we went in the same circles after that, you know?
That was the end. And were Jennifer and Lemons ever friends? I mean, sorry, Michelle and Lemons?
No.
No. Did you know you were never friends with Holly Lemons? Okay. And you've been friends ever since. Did your friendship go through like this sort of like hostile friendship period of middle school? You know what I mean? Like I had friends in middle school, but sometimes it was like
No, we were pretty solid.
it was solid the whole time. Did you know that your friendship with Jennifer never had a hostile period? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Great.
true.
Great. I hope that doesn't change as a result of this.
She dated my cousin for a while, which was like weird, but fine.
Weird but fine. Indent. Jennifer's summary of your courtship with your cousin. Do you think like that's gonna be news to her, or she'll like be okay with that?
Yeah, that's it.
She's not gonna be like, I thought it was fine and not weird at all.
I think she'll say it was weird. But fine.
Okay. When did that end?
2015, 2016.
Alright, so I was like, well, it's like probably not coming back, right?
Oh
Definitely not. I'm impressed that like your best friend dated your cousin and it's basically fine. I'm impressed. I don't think it would be fine if my friends did that.
no. We live together, the three of us.
That's
That sounds weird.
yeah. I think I know why it's like okay for you all, just because you're like living on a different planet than I am. However, I do respect your choices. Just stick that in there. Oh, I also forgot to say I meant to say definitely not coming back, but I wrote definitely coming back. Well, we're not going to change that. All right, so let's see. All right, let's back up a little bit and give her some perspective. Did you know that you have been enrolled in Email Pro? This is a free, terrible thing where I continue to contact you just like I am now. Just like you contacted me. You can unsubscribe at any time. I try to hit this line with these where there's like a lot of falsehoods, but then some truth. You know what I mean? Like it starts on thank you for getting in touch, which is like confusing and wrong. But then there's like all these weirdly true facts in the email about her and you and everybody.
I hope she reads it.
Yeah, oh right, yeah, there's no way of knowing that really. I mean, I guess there's some way. There's some ways. Like she might contact you and be like, I think you got hacked or something. That's not unusual. A lot of times I send these emails and then the people get in touch with the people who signed them up and they're like, you gotta like cut up your credit cards and everything. Something bad is happening and I don't know what it is. So she might contact you like that. But if she does, maybe she'll just read it and be like, yeah, okay. Just another email. Just another email. Thanks for being a part of it. Signed, Ivan Anderson. Okay, send. All right, great job. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Yeah, feel free to keep us posted. The weird thing now is that everyone who's here will have a chance to subscribe at the end of the show. But the weird thing is that like you're not even subscribed yet. Like your friend is, as of right now.
Yeah.
Your friend is enrolled, but
Yeah.
you are not, which is sort of funny because like you're the one who like decided to go to the show.
No, I never signed you up.
I thought you did.
I
Well,
forwarded it to your
see,
email.
it's I mean, I can look. Is your name Jennifer and Bruno?
Wow.
All right,
We only
well,
have one Jennifer?
huh?
There's only one other Jennifer.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right, but a lot of these people, I don't even know what their real name is. Like the real name column is blank in many cases. I guess I know a bunch of well, let's go down to where it's more randos. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of blank. So, and then a lot of people
Well,
don't.
that was Mac's boyfriend. That was Mac's boyfriend.
Who?
That's Vadim. Yeah.
He's hasn't been enrolled yet.
Okay.
I haven't. She has no. We can enroll him now, though. You want to do that?
Yeah.
You have been enrolled in Email Pro, possibly by your ex-girlfriend, Jennifer. He'll know it's you, right? He's not gonna be like ex-girlfriend. There's like no chance that this is him finding out that you broke up.
No chance.
No chance. I have been given to understand that you are 100% clear on the fact that your relationship with Jennifer has ended. Right? I mean, he's clear, right?
Yeah.
And all total relationship, or are you still like bullshit friends or something?
I take offense.
So-
Good friends.
Oh, you said good friends?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you're still also friends with the friend who dated the cousin. And you're still cousins with the cousin. Right, okay, right. So okay. Okay, you're right. You're erotic. As you may or may not know, Email Pro is a thing where you receive emails from me.
He knows.
How do you know that he knows that?
Because I told him about it. I told him I was coming to this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
As you know.
As you know. Oh, but look what I typed. I fucked up. As you may or may not. Oh.
That's always true.
Right, yeah. As you, right. He may or may not. Right, this is like automatically true. It's a nice little pro tip for you in your emails. You can unsubscribe. Much like Jennifer. I mean, I'm sorry, but on the other hand, like you can't set me up like that because I'm just gonna take those shots. You know what I mean? Like at a pro level, like when you write emails on a pro level, you can't let shit like that go by and not fire at the target, you know? And I put pro right in the name of the thing, so. You can unsubscribe much like Jennifer unsubscribed from the relationship. Man, this guy's getting a tough one.
We should be nice to him now.
Be nice to him now? I like that. What does he do?
He's a software engineer.
Uh-huh.
What else? He has a drone.
I've written so many of these emails.
He has a drone.
He has a
He
what?
has a drone.
He has a drone? I know you said it, did I hear it wrong?
He has a drone. He has a drone.
A drone like a robot?
Yeah, like a quadcopter or something.
I'm not gonna be nice to someone like that. I mean, I was like right there. Like this was about to be the paragraph where nice shit happened, but I can't bring myself to be nice to someone with it doesn't matter. You don't have to tell me anything else. Yeah, so what does that mean? He like takes it to the park?
Sure.
I wonder if you're playing with your drone right now. I send this. I'm sorry, I can't take a guy seriously if he owns a drone. Owns a drone. Rhymes. It's just it's total concept.
Okay.
I wonder if you're playing with your, like what's a non. You know what? I'm gonna try to like rise above the prejudice. What's an example of something a guy could do with the drone that would not be him being a clown?
I know a guy who has one because he uses it professionally to shoot aerial footage.
All right, so he shoots aerial footage for like,
Think like documentaries.
and they're like, we need a shot of a rooftop. Call the drone man.
Yep, that's it.
I wonder if you're shooting footage of rooftops for a documentary with your drone right now. Oh, be advised that this is the one thing you could do with a drone that I would not have contempt for. And that's only because of what Jeff said. Jeff is a serious person whose ideas I take seriously. Do you have anything you want to add?
No,
Do you agree? Sorry?
you covered it.
Okay. Do you agree that that's the only legitimate use for a guy to have a drone?
Of course not.
All right. Well, I'm not. To me, this was already like a major concession. So I'm not going further. Did he have a drone when you were still dating him? No. All right. So he brought home the drone, and you were like, you know what? I've been meaning to talk to you anyway. Is that right?
Exactly right.
That's exactly right. Cool. Exactly right. Jennifer's reaction to my reenactment of the day. Oh God. This poor guy. But on the other hand, his like disposable income includes drones. So it's like you can't really feel bad for him. Right? Like I just feel like any guy who's like, today I'll buy a drone. Like he's like not on the skids, right? He's like not okay. Right. He's not. Glad you're doing well. Okay, just remember you can unsubscribe. I know I said that already, but I feel like it's gonna be really useful information. Let's review. Dear Vadim, you have been enrolled in Email Pro, possibly by your ex-girlfriend Jennifer. I have been given to understand that you are 100% clear on the fact that your erotic relationship with Jennifer is ended. As you may or may not, Email Pro is a name where you receive emails from me. You can unsubscribe, much like Jennifer unsubscribed from the relationship. I wonder if you're playing with your drone now as I send this. I wonder if you're shooting footage of rooftops for a documentary with your drone right now. The right now makes it like more hostile. Be advised that this is the one thing you could do with the drone that I would not have contempt for. That's not even true. I have contempt for the. And that's only because of what Jeff said. And Jeff is a serious person whose ideas he takes seriously. He's not going to know who you are. Do you want to do something about that? Should we hyperlink your name? Or just let it be a mystery?
Hyperlink.
What are you gonna link to?
Well, we can discuss it. Do you have a hyperlink in mind?
No.
Okay.
Just send him to the manual for this thing.
Yamaha Reface CS.
Yeah. Or YouTube, that's fine.
Manual, I like manual.
Yeah, for
Manual. Whoa! How do we like break Google? The manual is like hardcore. What do we do now? Can I just research? That was weird, man. I feel like that was Vadim's revenge.
Where's Google?
He works at Google?
Yeah.
That's the drone is probably like watching this show. Okay. Where do we get? Is this it?
the third one might be good.
Oh, third one might be good. I like how someone was already on it. Someone in the audience was like, it's the third one.
That's it.
This is it?
That's the manual.
Nice. It's 60 pages. That's great. Let's look at this. Did you do that part?
No. That's not the plug I have.
Oh, really?
It doesn't look right.
Wow. Maybe that's why Google broke. Maybe that's where like the universe is diverged. All right, so we're gonna hyperlink this. So when he clicks on your name, he gets that. All right, my friend is a synthesizer meme. Got it. Well, okay. Maybe you can use that to feel superior to me. You know what I mean? Because the emails like kind of make me feel bad. Exactly right. Jennifer's reaction to my reenactment of the day you broke up due to drugs. God, glad you're doing well. That's so sarcastic and terrible. I'm gonna take that part out. Okay, just remember you can unsubscribe. I know I said that already, but I feel like it's gonna be really useful information. Alright, it's mean, but we're sending it. Send. Okay, let's make the next one really nice. I know that like does nothing for Vadim, but whoever gets the next email is just gonna be nice. Nice relative to Email Pro. Who would like to go? In the back, yes. This is one of those Gmail addresses where it's like, guess whether my name is Wilbur or not. I don't know. I'll guess. His name's Wilbur. No. Okay. What's his
Her name
name?
is Barbara and she's my grandma.
Got it. So her name is like Barb. Alright, dear Barbara. The email's still gonna be nice. Nothing is fucked here yet. She's not gonna know that I thought it was a guy named Wilbur. She'll never know that.
You can do that if you want.
No, this is gonna be nice. Dear Barbara, you were enrolled in Email Pro by your granddaughter. Yes, is that right? Grandchild. Thanks. I should have just said that. By your grandchild. What's your name, grandchild?
Grand individual.
I like grandchild. You want to be grand and you just want that? Okay, we'll put it as a separate thing. Grand individual. But what's your name though?
OLA''I.
OLA''I. You correctly assumed that I would not have been able to type that if you had just pronounced it. So thanks for the softball there. Okay, you can. This is an email with grandparents. I feel like you gotta spell it out a little more, just a little. This is an email newsletter in parentheses that I send, from which you can unsubscribe at any time. You guys seeing how Google is like knows what I'm gonna say? That's not Vadim. That's all the time. Oh, what? Oh, you gotta push tab. Right. You not return. I feel like return is the intuitive choice there. Agree or disagree? Disagree. Alright. Okay. Wow.
Because return needs to give you a new line.
Yeah, but tab also has its own function.
What is tab doing?
What are you gonna use tab?
Tab, dude, you're the king of tab. Tab is for like navigating around. We did a whole show once where Jeff explained how to do shit on your computer without ever using a mouse, and tab was like the MVP of that.
Yeah, it was a rhetorical question.
Well, you got the fucking greatest non-rhetorical answer ever because you're pushing tab to not use a mouse.
Can this Discord be part of the email, please?
Yes, okay, alright. Did you know that you can use the tab key in order to navigate across your computer screen without using the mouse? Is she gonna understand that?
She's a little smarter than you make it out.
Well, I'm alright. Okay.
You can mess with her. She's a firecracker.
Alright, okay. P.S. Your grandchild just said I could mess with you. Are you ready for this email to take an abrupt change? Here are other things you can do with the tab key. Erase social security number. Destroy South Korea. What's another one? Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Crash land drone currently being operated by software engineer ex-boyfriend. Ex-boyfriends. They're out there playing with drones. What's like the normal? Oh, the normal one is the navigation one, right? What
Finish
about?
a sentence.
Finish the sentence, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good, that's really good. Finish auto, wait. Yeah, right, finish sentence or accept Google autocomplete. I wonder, does everyone's Gmail do this, or is it just something I enabled at one point and like a fit of madness?
I think they rolled it out to everyone.
Has anyone else noticed this shit in G? Oh, many people. All right, okay. I mean, here I'm explaining it to you. Okay, so she'll know. You probably knew that one. You probably knew that one. As you can see, I have stopped making assumptions about your digital literacy. Thank you. What about the tab is also and like you can also make a space with it, right? Is that still a thing?
You mean a tab character?
I guess is that what they call it?
You can jump forward.
Like an index?
T.
Yeah.
How do you do that with tab and Gmail? Can you not?
Press tab.
Well, if I push tab, it's the navigation bullshit.
I don't know how to insert a tab character. That's the question.
Shift
One thing. Oh, shift tab. Who said that?
Me.
All right, let's try it. Shift tab. Oh, that's like a reverse navigate.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, what the fuck is that? What about option tab? You guys ever fuck with option?
Nope.
What is confidential mode? Oh, did we fuck with this last time? Yeah, that was not. I thought it would be like a comedy gold mine. It was just so complicated. All right. So, but is there no way to insert a tab character in Gmail?
Copy paste.
You can
Copy paste, but that's got nothing to do with the tab key. Interesting note. You cannot insert tab characters using the tab key. This is known as fail. Should we Google it? Let's Google it to be sure. Insert tab character in Excel. In Gmail, yeah, look at that. Problem. If you press the tab key while composing an email, it will not insert a tab character. Instead, your cursor will, yeah, we know that. Open an application like Notepad and enter a tab character there. Yeah, copy and paste. That's a waste of time. I guess the real way you're supposed to do it is this shit here, right?
Yeah, but that's not a tab character.
Command
Oh,
bracket.
Oh, command bracket. Look at that. So, but that.
That's
sorry.
that's like formatting.
That's a formatting thing. It's not a tab character. So you're saying there's like an ASCII thing or whatever that is a tab character.
Exactly.
Is everyone following this? The space of tab space is actually a character, like an apostrophe or whatever. And if you do this, you're not getting the character. You're inserting formatting, that which is known as HTML. That last part was a guess. That last part was a guess. Okay, let's review. Dear Barbara, you were enrolled in Email Pro by your grandchild Brandon. So far, I have not even dared to try to pronounce your name because I'm afraid of it. Do you want to just tell me how to say it?
Olai.
Olai. Oh, I could have guessed that.
You got it.
I would have guessed that. I would have been like,
You got it wrong.
how did I get it wrong? Say it again?
Olai.
Oh, I did get it wrong. Okay. That's 3 syllables. Right? Olai?
Olai.
Olai. Okay. All right. I'm sorry I didn't get it right ever. Now I'm gonna stop trying. This is an email newsletter that I send from which you can unsubscribe at any time. Did you know that you can use the tab key in order to navigate across your computer screen without using it? I agree. That was sort of like a condescending, like note to an inept grandma. I'm with you on that.
P.S. Your grandchild just said I could mess with you. Are you ready for this email to take an abrupt change? Here are other things you can do with the tab key. Erase social security number, destroy South Korea, crash land drone currently being operated by software engineer ex-boyfriends, finish sentence / accept Google autocomplete. You probably already knew that one. As you can see, I've stopped making assumptions about your digital literacy. Thank you, Alai. No, right? That wasn't it, was it? Medium. All right. For that, interesting note: you cannot insert tab characters using the tab key. This is known as fail. That last part was a guess. So, to me, I feel like this calls for a change to the name of the tab key. Right? Like you can't insert the tab character anymore. Let's you and me start moveon.org petition to rename the tab key. This is our time. Alright, I said this was going to be a nicer one. To be honest, I feel like this was just medium. This is like not nicer. This is like typical, but not really nicer. What's a nice thing we can do at the very end?
It's her birthday this weekend.
Alright, happy birthday to you. This weekend. It's a little creepy that I know that. Said she was gonna call you, out for dinner, take you to the movies, and spend all of Sunday with you also.
I'll buy some tickets.
How far is it?
California.
Okay. I mean, you said she could handle it, right? You said I could mess. Although I guess really this is going to be you messing with her.
No, she'll appreciate it.
She'll appreciate it. I'm a little sad that it's like impossible for me to be nice. Like I keep saying like this next email's going to be nice. It's harder to do nice based comedy. It's like email comedy you can do, and then like random hostility comedy you can do. But nice is like that's hard. We're gonna keep trying though. All right, who would like to nominate the next person in the front row? Dear Mr. Gatti, you have been enrolled in Email Pro by Christian. You can unsubscribe at any time. Is this guy like obsessed with cash?
No, that's his name.
Oh, really?
His name is David Cash, yeah.
Oh. It's not his first name though.
No.
Alright. I was about to be like, who are we fucking with? His last name is Cash. Alright. His first name is Danny?
David.
David.
Yeah.
That's weird that I changed that. This is an email-based newsletter I invented that you, David, right?
Yeah.
Can unsubscribe from. Notice that's another autocomplete at any. It's nicer when it gives like fucked up ones at any time. I wonder if I can make Google autocomplete do any type of. God. Sadly, the answer was no. Fuck, man, that's annoying. Where's Google when you want it? The truth is, like, so at some point in these shows, it's not unusual for people to start fucking with me. Like, one time, I sent one of these emails, and then like 10 minutes later, the person responded with a photograph of me from like 2 minutes before attached to the email. I figured out later that someone in the audience had signed up the person sitting next to them without telling me, and that person took the photo.
You figure that out later?
Yeah, 'cause there was like minutes where it was like everyone was losing their shit and no one knew what had happened. I figured it out like minutes later. What's your memory of that event?
I figured it out. It's true.
Well, I was panicking for a moment. If it had been a picture of you, you might have just been in hot water for a second.
That's true. You're right.
I mean, I figured, okay, whatever. Shit like that happens. So now the Google autocomplete is like conspicuously gone, I do wonder if that's like Vadim. Like, end Google autocomplete now immediately for like this zip code. I believe that my Google autocomplete functionality has been disabled as an act of revenge by a software engineer at Google. He is the man who controls drones. I mean, the funny thing is that this sounds like I'm some sort of like Alex Jones nutcase. It sounds like vaccines cause autism or whatever. But it's like sort of plausible. It's like not total. It's like not totally nonsense. This is actually a possible thing that could have happened based on my email use profile. What does Cash do?
He makes beats.
He makes beats. Okay. All right. What do you think? Are they good beats? What do you think?
He's doing very well.
Okay, but I asked if you think they're good beats.
Yes.
All right. Your friend said your beats were good, but I had to ask him twice. Take that how you will. He also said you were successful. Congratulations. I'm glad Cash got heat at last. How old is the Gmail?
It's not that old. Maybe
Oh, so maybe he did wait. Maybe he waited. He was like, I mean, the beats are going to be successful. The beats are going to be good, and only then will I get the Gmail that I've always wanted.
I can't explain. You want me to?
You can explain?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that exciting. Like before he got into it, he was like, I don't know.
Before he got into what?
Like making beats. 'Cause
Yeah.
he was just like a musician, and he wanted to do this, and I just gave him like a basic plan, and then he came up with that email.
Wait, you gave him a basic plan for what?
Just like how to sell beats
Oh,
online.
you told him how to sell. You know how to sell beats online?
Yeah.
Okay, and then he started this email.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's kind of interesting.
I guess.
I like the idea that this guy just like waited. saved it for marriage. You did the right thing. An email address always means more when you wait. Did you know that abstaining from email is the only method with 100% efficacy in preventing unwanted transmission of emails? That's what they said in my health class. Did you guys have that? I'm not kidding. Like they talked about condoms and whatever else, but the teacher also said there's only one method that has 100% efficacy if used correctly. Everyone's like, yeah, that's the one we're not going to do. It's sort of annoying though, because like I guess it's true if you like do it correctly. Anyway, I'm glad that you received the right kind of email health class instruction. You're doing everything right. So you were like, here's how you sell beats online. Step 1, see if cashgotheat@gmail.com. What was step 2?
Step 2 is like tag your beats so that like if you found one, every beat goes like Cash Got Heat before it starts.
Oh, like on the recording.
Yeah.
It like starts with him saying his name.
No, some random one.
Or so whatever. Someone says his name.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Always remember to tag your emails with some random woman's voice. Did we tell him you can unsubscribe? Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, dude. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. So glad for you. Alright, Christian. Dear Mr. God Heat, you have been enrolled in Email Pro by Chris. He'll know it's you, right?
Yeah.
You can unsubscribe at any time. This is an email-based newsletter I invented that you, David, can unsubscribe from at any time. Oh, it's weird that I just said it twice like that. Okay. I wonder if I can make Google autocomplete to any type of fucked up nonsense. Sadly, the answer is no. That was a real missed opportunity there. I believe that my Google autocomplete functionality has been disabled as an act of revenge by a software engineer at Google. He is the man who controls drones. This is actually a possible thing that could have happened based on my email use profile. I like the idea that there's just this like evil little troll, like in a tower, who like, disables by autocomplete functionality. Poor Vadim. Your friend said your beats were good, but I had to ask twice. Take that how you will. He also said you were successful. Congratulations. I'm glad Cash got heat at last. Saved it for marriage. You did the right thing, David. An email address always means more when you marriage. Did you know that abstaining from email is the only method with 100% efficacy in preventing unwanted transmission of emails? I'm glad that you received the right kind of email health case instruction. It's supposed to be class instruction. You're doing everything right. Always remember to tag your emails with some random woman's voice. Okay, dude, good luck. Good luck. I'm so glad for you. Signed, Ivan.
Do we have to tag the email?
Should we tag the email? I guess we can. So that means recording some
Yes.
weird thing. Alright. Oh, yes, allow. What do you want to tag it with?
I mean, it'd have to be like your name, like Email Pro.
Okay. So should we all just say Email Pro?
Yeah, or Email Pro Got Heat.
Email Pro. I feel like that's like stepping on his thing.
That's fair.
Why don't we all say, here I'll like type up some insane thing that we all can then recite. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Dear David, this is an example of how to tag emails with some random woman's voice. God bless you. God bless.
God bless.
Okay. Alright, so just to review, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and then we're all going to say that. Ready? 1. No, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this. And then on the point, you all say it. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Dear David, this is an example of how to tag emails with some random woman's voice. God bless you and God bless. Okay, good. Let's just listen back. Oh, this has happened before. How do I max it out?
I think it's doing sound.
Oh, there, I got it. Okay, thank you. Dear David, this is an example of how to tag emails with some random woman's voice. God bless you and God bless. Okay. All right. Now remember how there was that like terrible silence at the beginning when I was going like this? You can actually get rid of that. Did you you guys know you can do this with QuickTime? Check that out. All right, now we're gonna save. Desktop for sure. Caps lock. Abstinence only. And now we're gonna attach that.
It's the wrong email.
What?
It's the wrong email.
Oh. Well, we'll attach
You
that
sent that
one.
to somebody
and
else.
you should see something like that. All right. That'll go in drafts. See attached. Oh, I keep forgetting the caps lock is that. See attached. Okay, signed. There we go. Great job. All right. Does anyone have any questions so far about email or email Pro, or questions for Jeff? You can ask him anything. No questions. Yes.
What's the
question.
history of ICMP and SMTP?
What? ICMP and
Yeah.
STMP.
SMTP.
Do you know what those things are?
SMTP, I'm a little familiar with. The first one I don't know. That's older than SMTP? Or
Yeah.
what?
I think so.
It's protocols for sending emails. SMTP is.
Oh, but you mean protocols in like the computer sense.
Yeah.
It's not like always start with the sound. All right. Simple mail transfer protocol. And they stopped using that?
I don't know. I think it's still used.
Oh, then what's the other
What
one?
was the other one you said?
ICM, that's not ICMP, but that might not be. Oh yeah.
All right. Thanks for the question. All right. Does anyone else they'd like to enroll now that you've seen how this shit works? Any more volunteers? Okay, that's all right. I can. Yes, in the back row.
I'll go, though I'm afraid that it's like going over territory that's already done.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
All right.
Welcome to Email Pro. You guy's name is Jason, right? Yes?
Yeah.
Dear Jason, I love chasing emails with you. Listen, you write enough of these emails, sometimes you have to it's just about shots on goal. Just fucking kick the soccer ball towards the goal as many times as you can. I love chasing emails with you. What if that was it? You were enrolled in this by Hannah, right? By Hannah. Okay. All right. See,
He's enrolled now.
That means he's enrolled. That's right.
Awesome.
That's right. That means he'll continue getting the paninis and everything else. All right. We can now go into the backlog and enroll someone else. Let me see what time is it. Alright, this is gonna be the last one. Alright. You said this was your
That's
email?
me,
That's
yeah.
you, right? Okay, we'll do that another time. Let's see if we have any more unknowns. Who's that? Why is it blank? Oh yeah, this guy. We've written emails to him before, but he's never been officially enrolled. He's some guy who writes for the New York Post. Welcome back to Email Pro. This is like what we do on a slow news
Did you
day.
respond? You wrote to
I
him
don't think so.
at another show, right?
I wrote to him last year. Yeah, here we go. Oh, how do I make this? How do I make this? How do I do this? Oh, I know. I have an idea. I can go into, I can do this,
Steve.
forward,
enrolled in this.
and then how do I pop this out? There's a way to do that, right?
Yeah, that was.
There we go. You guys can see this now, right? To Michael Goodwin, New York Post. So this is some email I sent when? January 2018. Hi, Michael. You've been enrolled in Meal Pro. That must have been a typo. My Steven Salisbury steak. That's, again, just shots on goal. I just decided I was going to write half this email and then look you up. Actually, a studio audience made that decision. So the audience must have voted or something. So, Michael, did you know that the average Express MTA subway line saves 1 minute for every stop it skips? That's the result of a research project you did. That's the only reason I know this. I know that. Like, I didn't remember that just reading it now. I knew it already because of Jack. You should write one of your shitty articles about it. Oh, this is like I probably was doing a voice. This is the kind of shit. The headline could be, ew, Hillary Clinton Pizzagate, children died, subway slam. It's like not an inaccurate summary of the New York Post. I know that about the subway because my friend used the 3 accelerometers in his iPhone. You should write an article about that. Ugh, Chris Christie chokes on chokehold, choking chicken acceleration. Fuck you. Right, because you guys know the New York Post, right? All their headlines are like shitty puns, right? We can go there right now. The first one is going to be like, ew, shitty shithead shits in a shithole. Let's see. Lori Loughlin gushed over daughter. That's not a pun. Also, how the fuck do you see that lady's name? Does anyone know? Loughlin? I mean, you guys know who she is, right? She's the chick on Full House who bribed the schools to get her shitty kid into the schools. You guys know about this story? Do they not do puns anymore? What the fuck?
Wait, yeah, I think you have to look over there at the.
Yeah.
Look where?
You see the cover? With
Oh,
Nancy
yeah.
Pelosi's?
I'm not. He's just not worth it, says Speaker Pelosi. That's not a pun. There we go. Game for their bucks. Right, okay. Thanks. I just looked up your Twitter. Good job, bro. I have a social media expert in my audience. She said you have a good ratio. Good deal. I used to be more edgy. I used to be like, give less of a fuck. You can unsubscribe at any time. Email Pro is a free service. I bet you. I don't know, but I bet you this is a PayPal link. Blood money. I don't want your blood money. Listen, I'm sorry if you got off on the wrong foot. I had certain preconceived notions which were then 100% confirmed by me. What were your preconceived notions about me? For instance, I invented email. Your friend, Ivan. Yeah, I'm not, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat that. That was good. But let's try. I'll just start over. Where's this shitty email address? Welcome back. Dear Michael, you have been enrolled again in Email Pro, once again by Steven Salisbury. You know him, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do I know him?
Sure, yeah.
Because we went to college with him? I have no memory of him. Okay. No memory. Just so you know, I recently visited nypost.com and had to strain to find one of your shitty puns. There was a live studio audience, and the bit did not do as well as it could have because I was counting on one of your shitty headline puns. Since you guys seem to be strapped, here is a free list of shitty headline puns you can use. All right. You guys are excited about this. You guys really want to see how this one's going to go. Shitty, shithead, eats shit for breakfast. Not really a pun. Terrible newspaper runs fake news, isn't even printed on paper. Oh God, this is hard. Goodwin.
Could win.
Goodwin could win Is that what you said? Could win contest for losers. We're hitting our stride. Michael might call news of all facts. You guys get what I did there? Because it's like fake news. This is just getting harder. Let's see what else we got. Let's look them up again. Michael Goodwin. Yeah, here we go. Michael Goodwin, New York Post. Have the Democrats finally gone too far? Dems have only themselves to blame for Ilhan Omar's anti-Semitic comments. New York progressives will send us back to 70s families and ruin at this rate. Where does he have like a bio? Oh, look at him. There he is. Follow
You should
him.
attach a picture of him.
Okay. I like that idea. Oh, he doesn't even have a fucking Twitter profile thing? Dude, I'm gonna give you some free pics you can use so that you can have a Twitter profile picture. How does this guy not have a Twitter profile picture? This is about to get really good. Alright, now we're going to Google image search. Images.google.com. Alright. Shitty shithead. Alright, this is the leading contender, but I want to see if we can get something that's even more absurd.
Michael is a shit.
So the way to do this is copy link address.
Copy it.
Copy image address. That's right. Yeah, we've done this. We've gone down this before. This one, and then we go to there. Test this link. Alright. This one. What else we
Go
got?
all the way to the left. Wait, same line. All the way to the left. Up.
This guy?
Yeah, that.
This one is like
Oh, never mind. I thought it was something else.
it's like sort of too artistic. It's like too meaningful. You know what I mean? I just I want this to be more just like a fucking kick to his nads. All right, new search terms. What else was I talking about in this shitty thing? It's gonna be super
Bad
fun.
breakfast.
Say it again.
Bad breakfast.
Bad breakfast. Oh. Yeah, none of this is like disgusting. Oh, that's kind of use that.
So for garbage plate.
Garbage plate. I like that. Oh, this is still food. That's really sad. That like the Google algorithm is determined that when people Google garbage plate, what they want is pictures of food.
I think
That's
it's an
not.
actual dish you can order.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Oh, it's a real dish.
Sad food.
Yeah.
Oh, no! I want like a picture of like trash. I want a picture of trash.
Spider.
Wait, trash spider? Was that what the thing was?
No, picture of.
I want a picture of Spider. Wait, but look at some of this other shit. I want a picture of you with Spanish. What did that person think that? Oh, that's a little creepy. Oh. Ugh. Well, let's Google image search it. Oh, this? Yes. Copy image address. This is his second personal fave so far. Personal face so far. I'm gonna stick that in there. Let's just look at what it's really going to. Oh, there's some kind of flowchart in Spanish. I like how the flowchart is like Spanish, then like how to say it in Spanish if you're an idiot, and then translation. Does anyone here, can anyone confirm that that's the good translation?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
sorry. You speak Spanish, that's how you say that?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I still want to get a picture of trash garbage. It's still
Put the word garbage in there.
Take garbage out of the trash.
Yeah, but I do want it on a plate if possible.
Do trash on a plate.
Yeah, trash.
Trash on plate. All right.
Plates all garbage.
Let's go back to trash garbage. That's how you spell garbage. Trash garbage. This is not as disgusting as you. That's just sad. I don't want to send him that.
Put the word rotten if you want.
Oh yeah, good. Trash garden, rotten, good.
Great.
You have safe search on?
I don't know. But I have an idea. I'm gonna do.
Oh no.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. All right. Oh wait, I went to downloads. I don't know where that is. It's not on my computer. I'll just save it again. All right, and we'll leave it as that this time. Okay, now we're gonna yes, good. Now we're gonna go in here and annotate. Get an arrow going there. Make it nice, bright. Oh no, undo that. How do I make the cut there? Make it nice and big. There. Get a text box. And we'll get one more arrow just so he really knows who we're talking about. Oh, this is hard. There we go. And then here we'll do one more. Get the inside to be see-through. Put that like there. Make it thicker. And then an arrow too. This is just graphic design pro. So. That says this. Oh wait, I can't here. Make some room. There we go. All right, just so you guys didn't forget what the guys' articles were, right? You guys remember the articles, right? You guys are like with me on this. I like how now that I'm being kind of mean, it's like a guy who maybe deserves to be mean to. Everyone was like, You know what I mean? When I was just picking on randos, you guys were like, this shit is funny. And now it's like some guy who actually sucks, and you're like, yes, it must be done. See attached. All right. Attach. And it's just going to be that. Oh, okay, last but not least, you should write an article about abstinence-based education and how that unintentionally became your life strategy. Alright, let's review. Dear Michael, you have been enrolled again in Email Pro once again by Stephen Salisbury. The thing is, I bet he probably just gets a lot of these emails from cranks. You know what I mean? I bet a lot of people who read the New York Post and are just right-wing psychos, send him incoherent emails, and he just filters them out. In my vision of how this is gonna go, he's just gonna think this is bad. Just so you know, I recently visited NewYorkPost.com and I had to strain to find one of your shitty puns. There was a live studio audience and the bit did not do as well as it could have because I was counting on one of your shitty headline puns. Since you guys seem to be strapped, here is a free list of shitty headline puns you can use. You shitty shithead eats shit for breakfast. Terrible newspaper runs fake news, isn't even printed on paper. Good win could win, contest for losers. Michael might call news of all facts. This is why I kind of don't like pun comics. You know, that's like a thing, like pun comedy. I feel like this is as good as it gets, and I'm not even good at it. Dude, I mean, give you some free pics for you so you can have a Twitter profile picture. It's fucking weird that he doesn't have a Twitter profile picture. And he's got 11,000 followers. Jesus, with no picture. What'd you say?
I wanted to see that tweet.
Oh, what's the tweet? Sounds more like a hanging than a hearing. Maxine Waters, tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll be confronting Wells Fargo. Alright, it's not even a clever comment, it's just him being annoying. Let's review the pictures. Michael is a shithead, he's my friend. This shit. This is a creepy picture too. And then see attached. Let's review the attachment.
Wasn't that from another email, bro?
That picture?
Yeah.
No, but I do, pictures like that do creep in to my Google image searches. Like, that is the thing. See attached, right. Here it's just some sad guy standing in an expansive trash. This picture is pretty depressing. It's just people standing in an expansive trash. Man, it's just how terrible. Okay, last but not least, you should write an article about abstinence-based education and how that unintentionally became your life strategy. Didn't it? It's like, I already know you. What do you know about me? I destroy drones. And the men who operate them. I'm not afraid of anyone. It's not weirdly menacing. I like the idea of like being a tough guy, and the way you're a tough guy is by saying that you're like not scared of fighting drones. Like specifically the little helicopter drones. Like I'll fight one of those. I don't give a fuck. Like they're not that scary. Dude, how do you like if you were gonna fight one of those? How much do you think it could fuck you up? What would it do? It would like land on your head? I mean, how fast do they go? Top speed. What's the name of those things? Top speed, shitty drone. Next level shit. High speed. Fast. What's the name of that drone? Someone in this audience is gonna know.
I don't know.
How would you describe it if you were a person who like actually could do
Drone
it?
top speed, there you go.
Drone. Yeah, but this is gonna be like military drone. I don't want to fight that one. Like I don't want to fight the drone that actually does kill me.
Look up DJI drone.
Oh, that's fucking fast.
Quadcopter.
But no, that is a quadcopter. All right, so if you flew this into my head, it would kill me. So what do you think would be the strategy if I did have to fight the drone to the death? Yeah, if I had to fight a drone to the death, they could go 163.5. You guys get that? 163 and a half miles per hour. I like how before that they were like, well, our fastest drone can go 163 miles an hour. How are we going to beat that? And then the guy was like, we'll just add a 0.5. Give me 10 years. Anyway, if I was going to fight that drone, the 0.5 one, how would I kill it, you think? What's the strategy?
Tripwire?
Yeah, I'll
Tripwire?
some sort of like.
Oh, can I use things?
Like net.
Use a net.
Trick it to find
Go behind the wall.
All right, get into a net.
Yeah, go behind a wall.
P.S. I would go behind a wall and use a net to kill the drone. So as you can see, I'm not fucking around. Another thing I'd like to add. Let's put that at the bottom. NRA Second Amendment. I think that's just like a funny way of describing the Second Amendment is to call it NRA Second Amendment. It's like vaguely threatening. But this guy probably loves it because he works in New York. He's probably gonna be like, oh yeah. NRA Second, I guess this guy's all right. NRA Second Amendment, I'm right there with you. That's what he's gonna say. All right, welcome back, Michael. Let's see, what time is it now? Oh, this is so perfect. Oh my God, listen to this. All right, so my show got reviewed by like a theater critic, and this show that you just saw was reviewed by like an actual normal person. And it was a good review. But she said that 90 minutes was like a little too long for email-based comedy. So my goal tonight was to see if I could get the show to be like 89 minutes. I wasn't going to mention this if it didn't come in right, but it did. Okay, well, that's 89 minutes, everybody. I'd like to thank The Tank for giving me the opportunity to do my weird email-based show. I'd like to thank John Marty for taping it, my co-star Jeff for being Jeff, and all of you for coming and being good sports. And then lastly, also, me and Jeff are in a band, and our first single was released as a QR code printed on floppy disks. And these are the last 4 copies. So if you want those, please come up to me and talk to me about how to get the floppy disk. And if you'd like to be enrolled in Email Pro, also come and talk to me and we'll get you enrolled. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good day.